Hey mi gente, it's Giovanni B. As you guys can see, I am not in my studio or my room. I am currently house sitting slash dog sitting. I've been doing this for a long time. Let's just say that. So as you guys can see in the title, today's video is going to be about me getting cheated on. So if you guys want to be nosy as fuck, keep on watching. Alright, where shall I start? Once upon a time, there used to be a bitch who used to be a bitch. Okay, let me stop before I fucking break my keyboard. What the fuck? Why is this? I'm just gonna start all the way from the beginning. You guys might be wondering, like,
why are you talking about this?
Well, this has been something that I've always wanted to talk about, and now that it doesn't hurt me anymore, I have learned to move on.
Okay, you moved on. Why the fuck are you bringing it up?
Well, bitch, I just want to explain to everybody over there why I'm still single. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna cry, bitch, because I'm happy being single. Because it's not my time yet. Literally, this is me when a good ass guy comes into my life, and I'm just like, where the cute guys? Where the loyal guys at? Well, bitch, if you keep acting like you're in the Bird Box movie, then you don't have to be in this situation. Well, I dated this guy back in 2013. He lived in Chicago. We only dated for 6 months, and I know you guys are probably like,
6 months? That ain't shit.
but honestly, this was my first boyfriend, so obviously it meant a lot, I guess. One thing that I want you guys to know about him is that his mom passed away in 2010, okay? Keep that in mind, because when I go further into the story, then it's gonna connect. And it wasn't until our 6th month that he was starting to act a little discreet or whatever. I went over to his house. Obviously, a bitch was driving 2 hours and 45 minutes. Honestly, that day was the most horrible day of my life. That was the first time I felt unwanted. Like, it was bad, guys. It was like super bad. 1, he didn't even want to kiss me. 2, or even like touch me. Like, not even when we were fucking watching a movie. Like, bitch, agárrame. We were laying down and we were watching a movie, and out of nowhere he gets a phone call, and then literally, dude, he gets up and like leaves the room. So that was one red flag. Then the second red flag was that he was like, oh, I'll be right back, I'm going to drop off something at the post office. And I'm like, oh, well, can I come with? And he's like, no, it's fine, just stay here. Like, bitch, I'm trying to spend time with you. I drove 2 hours and 45 minutes to see you, and then me vas a dejar en la pinche casa? The third flag was that he normally like snaps me when I'm like, when I would go and visit him, and like he would normally just let me borrow his phone, like, you know, like not hiding shit, stupid shit like that. So then that's when I started feeling very like unwanted, you know. That night passed. The second day, same routine, like, you know, like he was being very discreet, very like if he was hiding something, that he was older than me. I was 18 years old at that time and he was 21. So there's a couple years difference. It wasn't until Sunday, when I was already like about to leave. That day, dude, like I couldn't hold it anymore, but I just started crying. So I feel like that made him feel bad or guilty about something. So then that's when he hugged me, and then I thought in my head like, oh, maybe like, you know, he's whatever over that little phase that he's going through. I decided to skip school on Monday to stay another day with him, which I'm not gonna say I regret, because I mean, it already happened. Can't go back, can't get my time back. Came back home Tuesday, and that Thursday I get a phone call from him, and he called me by my first name, which he never did. He always calls me babe or whatever. He was like, oh, we need to talk, and I was like, oh, like, what's up, like, you know? And that's when he started telling me like, oh, ever since my mom passed away, like, I feel like I can't love anybody, or like I'm not ready to be in a relationship or whatever. And like, keep in mind, as I said before, that his mom passed away in 2010. And you know what? Like, I respect that and I understand that. Like, you know, now that I've experienced losing someone that I love so much, like, I get it, you know? But if you were not ready for a relationship or ready to love anybody else, like, why did you bother asking me to be in a relationship? But anyway, that's besides the point. He was like, oh, I'm just like not feeling it anymore. So I used to have like my wall filled with all of our pictures. So as we were on the phone, like I'm like literally tearing them down and he's like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, I'm like ripping off our pictures. And he's like, why? I'm like, what do you mean fucking why, bitch? Like, you're pretty much breaking up with me. So there's no point of fucking having memories there if they're not even gonna happen, you know? He's like, but what do you want? And I was like, well, clearly what I want you don't want. At this point, it was like, it doesn't matter what I want, or my opinion doesn't matter at this point, because you're already telling me that you're not feeling this, you're not feeling me, you're not happy. What am I supposed to do? Like, the last thing that I wanted is to try to beg someone to stay with me when they didn't even want to be with me. Like, you know, like I was like, I love you enough to let you go. Like, if this is gonna make you happy, then go for it, you know? I'm not gonna hold you back. I'm not gonna be the reason that you're not happy, you know? So, you know, we ended it there, and bitch, a week freaking later, he is with another guy, like in a relationship. And you know what? When I saw that, I forgot where I saw that. I don't know if we were still friends on social media or not. Maybe we were. But anyway, I found out that he had a new boyfriend, and bitch, that low-key crushed me in a way, because I'm just like, so you're telling me that due to your mom's death, you aren't ready to love, you're not ready for a relationship, you still need your time to, you know, cope, but then you get rid of me to be with someone else. Like, how does that make sense? You feel me? So I just got to the conclusion, and I was like, you know what, like, you cheated on me. Like, he cheated on me, because as I mentioned about the red flags, that's when I sat back and thought about everything. I'm like, oh my god, that's why he was avoiding me. That's why he was being so like discreet. That's why he like didn't want to like be around me, I guess you can say, because maybe he was doing all that shit with someone else. Like, you know, like yeah, like to this day I don't know 100% if, you know, if that really did happen, but for him to tell me all this stuff and then to break up with me, and then on top of that to start a new fucking relationship a week fucking later, like, that already tells you the type of person he is. Like, but I do want to also include, because I'm not the victim here, I'm not the Mr. Perfect, because okay, so in the like obviously in the relationship, he did give me a ring. It was his class ring, and then he also gave me a phone of his. So he wanted all that back. So obviously I had to drive all the way over there to hand it back to him. I was texting this friend. She also lives in Chicago. And I was just pretty much talking shit about his boyfriend. Because, I mean, let's be real. Like, I was hurt. And I was offended. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, he left me for that guy? Like, okay, I'm not even gonna get myself into that little mindset of mine that I used to have, because, you know, it doesn't matter anymore. But I just felt very useless. I felt very, I don't know, unworthy, I guess you can say. Like, I didn't love myself as much as I love myself today. I was talking shit about his boyfriend, and we were talking shit about their sizes, if you know what I mean. As I'm like trying to reset the phone, bitch, my phone froze. Like, it wouldn't like turn on or turn off. It just kept showing that like loading logo. So I'm like, fuck, like I guess I would just tell him. Pulled up, and then I told him like, oh, here's your ring and here's your phone. I was like, by the way, like, I don't know what happened to it, like it froze or something. And then he was like, oh no, that's fine, like it's cool. Okay. So we ended it there. Obviously I didn't have a phone to go back home, like, you know, to use a GPS. So my friend that lived in Chicago, she actually let me borrow her phone to drive back home 2 hours and 45 minutes to get home safely. I guess my ex found a way to turn the phone back on, and that's when he got a hold of all the messages, guys. Like, I was freaking out when my friend called me and she's like, oh hey, blah blah blah, through the phone, and he saw the messages that we were talking shit, blah blah blah. I was like, whoops. I mean, don't get me wrong, after that I did like get a hold of him and I apologized, and yeah, like, it's whatever. I guess we ended in good terms. I don't know, I honestly don't remember how we fucking ended stuff, as in, like, you know, besides after the phone stuff. But that story just became very irrelevant. But honestly, I coped very well. Like, I wasn't depressed. I was sad. I mean, there would be days that I like thought about him, but it's just whatever, you know, it's life. But one thing I'm grateful that happened in that relationship is that I was able to expect the unexpected. Being single for literally 5 years, I learned a lot about myself. I learned how to love myself. Like, my self-worth is so high, guys. Like, it's incredible how much you can love yourself. I just wanted to talk to you guys about this situation because there's some of you that asked, like,
What happened with your ex, or like, have you ever been in a relationship, etc.
So it's just something that I wanted to let you guys know, and obviously I am going to start doing a little bit more story time, so that way you guys can know, you know, my little experiences or whatever. So yeah, that's what happened, and I still consider it as cheating. I don't know, what do you guys think? Like, am I just overthinking this shit? I mean, it's irrelevant now. Like, I just wanted to share this story with you guys. It's something that doesn't affect me, as I said before, anymore. It's just whatever. Thank you guys for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe if you're new to my channel, like, comment, share to your family, your friends, your neighbors, your dog. Okay, maybe not your dog. Thank you guys. Mwah.